Welcome to Dodgers Daily. Casey Porter here. So glad that you decided to tune in. Fans, today we might have the tallest pitcher in the game, Randy Johnson Jr. Have you ever been compared to Randy Johnson at 6'10"?
My brother's left-handed and an inch taller than me, so he got it more than me.
Okay, very good. Paul Gervase or Gervase?
Gervase.
Gervase. Okay, so Paul Gervase joins Dodgers Daily here and just got traded away from the Tampa Bay Rays to the Dodgers. Let's dive in right there.
Yeah, it was crazy. I had just gotten recalled from AAA, so I was in Yankee Stadium on Tuesday. We played an extra inning game and lost. I didn't throw, so I was on my way back to the hotel on the bus with a bunch of my teammates, and Neanders called me, our GM, and he was like, "Hey man, we traded you to the Dodgers." And I was like, "What?" I was really surprised, and he was like, "Yeah, thank you for everything, best of luck." And I was like, "Oh, yeah. All right, cool." So it was a different experience than last year's trade deadline. I got traded from the Mets to the Rays at the deadline last year, so I'm getting pretty used to it at this point. I might just keep a bag pack next year just in case. But no, I'm very excited to be with the Dodgers and hopefully get to go up and contribute.
Of course, you're 6'10". You got long levers. Do you hit golf balls?
No, I don't. I haven't lately, mainly because of my back. My back's been bothering me for about a year and a half now. So try to stay away from all the other physical stuff other than baseball. So.
I was going to ask you if Pepio's golf game's gotten any better.
It has.
Yeah,
Pepio he's a class act. He took me to my first show meal when I got called up. He took me out to dinner and paid for everything. He's awesome.
Did he show you his hole-in-one?
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he had a hole-in-one in the Justin Turner event while he was while he was in the system. Yeah. So okay, what an incredible story. All right, so out of high school you go D3, correct?
Yes, sir. Out
of D3, and you're paying your own way. Matter of fact,
student loans, yeah.
Student loan. Well, you had to pay them back with your bonus you got,
yes,
right?
I did.
So then you go D3 to D2 JUCO.
Yeah.
And then somehow you end up at LSU.
Yep.
And now here we are. You made your major league debut about a month and a half ago.
Yeah.
Is that how it went?
I went to 2 junior colleges after the
right.
D3, but yes. Other than that, you
take us through all that, man. That's incredible.
Well, it was crazy. My senior year of high school, I played my last game in the playoffs. We got beat. I was like, I guess I'm done. And D3 school, Pfeiffer University, they're my only offer. They said, hey, you can come here. We don't have scholarships, but you can come here and play if you want to. And I wanted to play, but my freshman year was pretty average, not very good. I was throwing mid-80s fastball. I got hit a lot. My dad came up to me. He said, hey, you don't take this seriously enough. If you don't pick it up a notch and start working harder this summer, then we're done. We're not paying for this anymore. And I was like, that's fair. I mean, if Division III baseball isn't everything that I want my baseball career to be, so I started working a lot harder and jumped a lot in velocity. After that, I jumped a lot of velocity. I went back for the fall for Pfeiffer, and it was really expensive, and I felt like if I was going to get to the major leagues, which is ultimately what I wanted to do, I was going to need to go junior college route and then hopefully go to Division I. Transferred to Wake Tech. It was a lot easier to pay for. It was in Raleigh, North Carolina, which is around near where I'm from. And so I worked at Olive Garden to pay for that, and then...
You paid your own way to that one, too?
Yeah. And,
worked at Olive Garden to pay your way to play baseball in college?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and then so that 2020 spring season got canceled, and I wasn't pitching good. I was walking a bunch of guys. And so thankfully I got an extra year of JUCO eligibility, and Wake Tech's coach, he told me, he's like, basically, I can't guarantee you we're going to have a season next year. So I transferred to Pitt Community College, which is a great spot. I still have a ton of friends that I went to there. And
that's in North Carolina, not
it's in Greenville, North Carolina. Yeah, it's right next to East Carolina University. Yeah. And they helped me a lot, just get in the zone and kind of helped my mentality a lot. And I started throwing really hard, and I got scouted a little bit professionally that year in junior college. I had a good year, and I emailed about 200 Division I schools, and about 15 responded. LSU was one of them. And as soon as they offered me, I committed. I wanted to play there. It's the best baseball program in the country, so I absolutely wanted to go play there. And then going there was a dream come true. I met so many great players. I had a great time. And then getting drafted was awesome by the Mets. I'm always grateful to them for giving me a chance. And then, been traded twice in the last about 380 days. So it's kind of a whirlwind in pro ball. And then I made my debut, I think it was June 21st. This year was the best day of my life.
In Tampa, right?
Yes, in Tampa at Steinbrenner. I flew from Omaha that
against
night.
Detroit, like the best team in the major league.
Yeah, and I grew up a Tigers fan. My dad's from Detroit.
Oh, really?
So that was pretty cool.
That was weird then, I'll bet.
Yeah, I ended up pitching against them. did pretty well. I got there in the second inning. I had 20 minutes of sleep the night before and ended up putting a couple of zeros up there. So it was a great day.
Probably got less sleep the next night with all those zeros.
No,
right?
the next night I slept for 13 hours. The next night.
Okay.
I was exhausted.
So LSU is one of the 16 offers. Who was the second biggest?
Not
school?
offers, just people that responded to my emails.
Okay, responses. Who was the second
I had
biggest
LSU
school?
and then Oregon State was number 2, and then a lot of other ones were just small.
Yeah.
I didn't have any offers from a D1 in North Carolina.
All right, awesome. So you get into pro ball and you start excelling, and so take us through your mix, extension, that kind of thing.
Yeah, extension is what everybody always tells me about. I just throw the ball. I don't really practice getting close to the plate.
Yeah,
I just throw it. Fastball is always going to be number 1, and then my slider's gotten a lot better over the last couple of years just with my ability to command it, and then I've developed a pretty good cutter that I've started to use a lot more.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's what I'm throwing, and just going out there and throwing strike 1 is the key for me.
I jumped ahead. Let me back up.
Yeah.
I watched it on TV. It was an awesome game. Okay, it was the first time I'd ever heard the name Paul Gervase. Okay, whenever you were in Hattiesburg and you shoved it against Southern Miss.
Yeah.
Fantastic performance. Extra innings.
Yeah,
And
that was a fun game.
it was a winner's bracket game. Of course, you didn't win. You lost the next two, unfortunately, but talk about that.
It was fun. The regional, that was a great time. I think the first two games, we were down big.
Yeah.
And both times we came back, and I was able to put up a 0, and we ended up winning. Unfortunately, one of my best buddies with the Mets is Tyler Stewart. He played at Southern Miss. He closed out the regional and beat us in that Game 7, so he's always holds that over my head. But that weekend was a lot of fun. Obviously, I wish it would have gone differently, but they had that Southern Miss team was loaded.
Yeah,
they had a lot of really good pitchers and hitters, and that was a fun weekend competing.
Hattiesburg knows how to party when it comes to baseball.
They do. They know how to insult your family members.
Yeah,
they know how to do everything. Yeah, they just come after you out there. So it's a great time. I love competing against them.
Apparently you liked it, though, because you pitched some really good baseball there. Okay, so I don't normally bring up money or figures. I just feel like that's too private. But I'm going to in your case because it just tells your story. So you signed for $170,000. And instead of going and buying a Lamborghini or a red F-150 truck or with 4x4 and a lift kit and all that, you pay off student loans?
Yeah, I just paid it all off. I wanted to kind of get that out of the way. It's not something I think anyone wants to have lagging, and how much it builds up over time if you take too long to pay them off. So I wanted to I don't like debt. My dad's a financial advisor, so he helps me with all that stuff, and he said it was a good call, and I completely agree because now I don't have any debt right now. So
you're looking at a guy that went D3, he went D2 JUCO, went to another JUCO, went to LSU, and now here we are, made his major league debut. Used his bonus to pay off his student debt. Absolutely awesome. So if you get the call tomorrow, you see Dodgers make more transactions than any organization, maybe this side of Tampa Bay. I mean, like Tampa Bay and Dodgers are very similar. I want to ask you that here in a minute.
Yeah.
So Paul Gervase gets the call tomorrow. What things do you think you can hang your hat on the most?
Like why I got called up?
Like what things do you feel like you're doing the best right now to be a consistent major leaguer?
I think I compete in the strike zone really well.
Right.
I over the past couple of years, my first few years in professional baseball, I don't think I threw enough strikes. And I owe a lot of credit to the Rays. They really just helped me hone my craft and just dominate the middle. And just, if the guys hit me, so what? They usually aren't going to.
Yeah.
So I just try to attack guys in the middle of the plate, and my ability to miss bats has been pretty good lately. I don't know, whatever the organization needs. I love winning. I think that's my favorite thing.
So do you tell your catcher literally sometimes just to set up down the middle?
Every time.
Yeah, every time.
Just stay in the middle until 2 strikes.
That's absolutely awesome. Okay, so what things do you think right now you would need to work on the most if you became a major leaguer next?
I think my 2-strike execution can be a lot better, which, I mean, it might sound ironic. I know I've struck out a lot of guys this year, but I think I can I need to be better at getting my fastball up with 2 strikes and not hanging breaking balls, which I gave up a couple of homers when I was in the big leagues on not executed pitches. I think that's definitely the place I can improve the most. And then, I mean, I would love to throw harder, but I think my fastball's in a good spot. So I would say those 2 things are definitely the biggest ones.
One last real quick question here. I always hear that Tampa Bay and the Dodgers, they run things very similar from analytics and all that. Have you noticed a lot of similarities between the two?
Between Tampa and the Dodgers? No, not really.
Okay.
I think the Dodgers is more about getting the most out of your physical. This is from a guy who has a week with the Dodgers. So
right.
Remember that. But I think the Dodgers is getting the most out of yourself physically that you can, and throw hard and then obviously you want to perform at the highest level. And then the Rays, it was all about dominating the strike zone.
Yeah.
Just throwing your best stuff in the strike zone, and if you get hit, you get hit. But if we're not giving them free bases, it's going to be hard for them to get 3 hits and score. So I would say it's 2 very good philosophies, and I think if you combine the 2, which I think is going to help me a lot, it can be really helpful.
Probably helped you having Rortvad come over too. You probably thought him quite a bit.
Yeah, I threw to Rortvad a good amount this year. He's an awesome guy.
Yeah.
It's good to have a familiar face when you get traded. But like I said, I got traded at the deadline last year, so it was. I'm kind of used to it at this point.
Paul Gervase, welcome aboard. Thank you so much.
Thank you.